The City Concert Series on Today is proudly presented to you by City.
What a great morning it has been having our friends, the country superstars, Little Big Town, rocking our plaza, and it's not over yet.
The three-time Grammy winners are celebrating the release of their brand new album. It's called Mr. Sun. It is out today. Start listening to it. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Well, before they treat us to one more song, we brought them inside to catch up. Karen Fairchild, Philip Sweet, Kimberly Schlattman, and Jimmy Westbrook inside with us in studio. Good morning, guys.
Hi. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So when we teased earlier, we said you've been doing this for decades. I mean, it's the 20th anniversary of your debut album back in 2002. I mean, how have you guys grown as a band? How has your music changed? Yet still stayed true to your roots?
Oh, well, we changed with better hair now. You just cover. I'm glad that was the first idea.
Oh, look at that. That's so late 90s.
There's how we've changed.
Isn't it? Like, yeah. Oh,
my gosh.
You guys look the same.
Oh, no, we
Your
don't.
faces look the same.
We've learned to wear better clothing.
And I'm not frosting my hair anymore.
But at least you've got hair.
That's true. So you've evolved. You've evolved.
Yeah.
How has the music evolved?
More confident. We've lived a lot of life together, the ups, the downs, and that just makes for better songwriting, honest songwriting.
We have fun.
We have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. And then we try to when it's important, But I think the albums reflect that, that we like some levity, but we also like to say, like you were talking about, 3 Whiskeys and the Truth.
Yeah, it's
on
a
the
great
record.
song.
That's a heartbreaker, and we need those moments, but we also, this record is full of gratitude.
And the album's out today. So, Mr. Sun, how does it feel finally having this new music out there?
Yes.
Amazing.
Out there.
It was a longer
Set
process.
free.
Yes. It was a long process. It started, during the pandemic is when the whole record process started. And so it stretched out over a couple of years. So it's great to have it out and actually people be able to listen to it and enjoy
Feels
it.
like walking out into the sunshine.
Can we talk about the name Little Big Town, kind of going back to the beginning? Whose idea was it? And were there any other names
Don't blame that
floating
on me.
around?
we had a list of names.
It was a list of the influence of growing up in a small town, so.
Alabama.
Well, for me, I went to school in Alabama, Georgia and Indiana for me, but
I grew up in
Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas.
All small towns.
All small towns. And, so, what does that sound like? What does that look like? And then we saw the name written out from a publishing company. It said Little Big Town Publishing. And we were like, it's kind of interesting because then Nashville was a little big town. It is no longer a little big town. But
Big town.
I remember we instantly all said, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time we were brainstorming about names, Philip was sketching our little, remember when he would
Little
sketch our
cityscapes?
little, no, us, the four of us,
yeah.
and he would sketch us out, and he's such a great little artist.
Well, you guys, look, you're each on your own individually terrific musicians, but together it's about as good as it gets. What is that like, being this collaborative team? And, you hear about so many other groups where there's a fight to be in the lead or break away or something. And here you are still together 20 years later.
It's such a blessing.
We started,
to have each other.
Yeah. And we started driving ourselves around in a van 20-something years ago when we had no money and no one else to help. And we got a little yellow legal pad and we started writing out, what are our goals? What would our rules be? How will we run our business if someday we make it? All these things. And we still go back to that little yellow legal pad. And I think that's just keeping our roots there, and that's kind of where we came from, and that's the tape from my ring, because my ring's too big.
That was one of the rules.
That's why we're still together.
That's the levity you were talking about.
Always there.
Was there an aha moment? Was there a moment at a venue perhaps 20, 25 years ago where you guys all said, you know what? We might be onto something.
I remember
Yes.
this one distinctive show, and we had been driving ourselves, kind of sleep
For a while.
deprived a little bit, and we pulling up to the show, and there's a lot of cars at this venue. We're like, wow, who are we opening for tonight?
Why are all these people here?
And they were there to see us, and honestly, we didn't have an encore or anything, so when they called for an encore,
No one ever wanted to hear one.
We played,
no reason for it.
we played the Boondocks again.
We played it twice.
Right.
And they cheered just as loud.
Everybody wants to hear. We love you guys here. Thank you so much for being here. And when we come back, we're actually going to have one more song from Little Big Town. They're treating us to a fan favorite right out there on the plaza. We'll be right back.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.